Time is now 5:37. Time to check in on our national stories making headlines. For that, we say hello to Russ Mitchell with what's happening now in America. Hi, Russ.
Hey, Lena. Good evening. Good evening to you at home as well. A Massachusetts jury has wrapped up deliberations for the day in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, accused of killing her 3 young children. Prosecutors argue Clancy planned the killings and knew her actions were wrong, but her attorneys argue she was suffering from postpartum psychosis when she killed her children back in 2023.
Calling a suicide hotline, we can't help you. Calling another suicide hotline, we can't help you. My God, what does she have to do? She was reaching out for help, and she was not getting it.
What's on trial here, what the issue is here, is what Lindsay Clancy did the night of January 24th, 2023, and what her mental state was at the time.
The jury can consider charges of first-degree murder, second-degree murder, or manslaughter. A first-degree murder conviction would bring a sentence of life in prison without parole. The jury will return to court tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. An ICE officer accused of shooting a man in Minneapolis has been released from a Texas jail, despite Minnesota requesting he be extradited. Prosecutors say former officer Christian Castro shot a man in the leg and then lied that the victim had attacked an ICE officer. Castro was arrested in Texas in May, but under Texas law, he had to be released after 90 days in custody. Minnesota officials say they fear Castro could flee to Mexico. The Justice Department says he could also face federal charges. President Trump is renaming Lake Ontario as Lake America in the United States. The president signed an executive order which he says takes effect immediately. That move comes as a trade war with Canada continues and follows a similar move after the Gulf of Mexico was renamed by the president to the Gulf of America.
So if you think about it, we have a Gulf and we have a lake. Now all we need is an ocean. So maybe we'll have to change the name of the Atlantic and or the Pacific. Maybe we'll change them both.
But many legal experts say the move is largely symbolic. And while the order requires U.S. agencies to adopt the name change on maps and documents, naming lakes, rivers, and other geographic features in the U.S. is the responsibility of the U.S. Board of Geographic Names. Also, the president cannot require Canada to use that name. And Tropical Storm Dolly is now forming in the Atlantic. Meteorologists expect that storm to dissipate by Saturday, but its remnants could bring much-needed rain to Puerto Rico. Now, some have been asking, was this storm named after the late Dolly Parton, who, of course, died on Tuesday? Well, the answer is no. This is just an incredible coincidence. The name Dolly was added for hurricane names back in 1990. And the list of names is on a 6-year rotation, so quite a coincidence there. That's all from this desk for now. Jay and Lena, back to you.